say a bunch of cool shit.
I've got a lot to say, and even more to prove. I can do this with
you. What is up, dudes? What's going on, Charles Reeves? What up, what up? Figure drawing. So Keanu Reeves would like to be Ghost Rider in the MCU. That would rock. Wow, I gotta start clipping shit on these streams. I definitely called that like 2 years back at this point when they were talking to him. I said Ghost Rider or Moon Knight all day. He should have been Mark Spector just on like look alone and not having to talk a shitload. But we saw how that went. But Keanu Ghost Rider I would take all day. The dude's been riding fucking like his entire life. He knows his way around a bike. You wouldn't have to worry about him doing stunts. Yeah, he's not like the greatest actor or anything, but with the right director, I think he could carry it, no problem. Also, I saw Werewolf by Night, and I do recommend it. Bless you. I'm still gonna check it out, but I have not been. You are literally the first person I've heard anything good from about it. It's been not getting. I mean, it's getting great reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and everything, but everyone that like friends and stuff that I had at a Fantastic Fest where they premiered it were really ripping into it for just being like cheap, low budget schlock. But I could also potentially like that. Who knows? But like we have Disney Plus for free because Beth's mom has it, so I'm sure I'll get around to watching it at some point. Day 7, we're doing Death Walks at midnight tonight. I'm gonna finish up this New York Ripper either tonight or soon, but I gotta crack a new Posca for the eyes, do the mouth, and fill in the background, but we'll get into drawing Phil Spector tonight. I gotta tweet this out. Trying to figure out sending El Padrino some stuff, but we will get into this drawing soon. Sorry, everybody blowing me up all at once. What cheap low budget schlock? Shaking my head. Yeah, I just heard like a lot of what I saw was all black and white. A lot of them said it's just still playing into the like shameless cameo shit of Marvel, where it doesn't really actually advance any or have any story of its own. It's just overall advancing this giant story forward usually. And it's a lot of just that like oh look who it is showing up like constantly. Like that's why I'm burnt out on the Star Wars stuff too, is like I'd rather just a whole new exciting story with new characters than just like, hey, remember this fucking weird lore nugget? Like, isn't this exciting to see them now? It doesn't resonate for me. Like all these characters that should have gotten stuff years ago are now just getting like half-assed TV shows, and it's kind of a bummer. Like Moon Knight really was the final straw for me. It got a little ridiculous where they took one of my favorite characters and turned him into one of the lamest characters in the MCU. With a guy who I also like. Like I like Oscar Isaac a lot. Like I should have loved that show, but it's just the lame writing is wacky. If you watch it and think it's a waste of time, then I'll take the blame because I'm recommending it. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out at some point, but I'm not expecting much with it, and it's just heartbreaking because it's another character where I'm like, he's not gonna get his fair shake, and he's just another like gimmicky, like they gave him a Halloween special. Really dumb. Like knowing I mean, it's completely biased. Like, it's me being a selfish idiot nerd in this case, because like I wrote Tomb of the Black Bloods was originally like basically like a Midnight Suns story, and is in 5 pages light years more interesting than 90% of the MCU shit they've been doing with the involved characters. Like, it's just a bummer. The newest She-Hulk was dope. I do recommend watching that episode. I have been hearing that. I've been hearing from a lot of people like it's like warming up in the later episodes. So I might check that out, but that was one of those things where it's like if Beth's into it, I will end up watching it. It's kind of like a legal procedural from what I've heard, and a bit like pop culture girly shit from what I've gathered, which she's into. So the benefit of having a significant other is I can find enjoyment in things that I normally wouldn't, I guess. But yeah, she's even like when I met Beth, she's a huge Star Wars nerd, and even she's kind of worn out on all that stuff now. Like, we didn't even go see the last one in theaters, right? We saw the new one. We saw 7.
That was the last one we saw.
I thought we went and saw the second one in theaters.
We saw Rebel 1.
Oh no,
7.
Rogue One. Yeah.
Or Rogue One.
Yeah, we saw Rogue One in theaters. We watched the second one at home, and I think you fell asleep in it. Yeah, we haven't watched any of the shows past that first season of Mandalorian. And that was really spotty for us. We ended up finishing the first season around the time the second season was finally coming out. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing too, is like if you do want to discuss things you like with anybody now, most pop culture shit has gotten like insanely combative, which is yeah, I'm like no, oh yeah, you totally got to censor yourself on my show. Oh, fudge. You know me. Trying to reel in them kid monetization dollars on YouTube. Yeah. We're trying to get that kid monetization, damn it. Yeah, we'll get into it in a second here. Hanging out with my lady before she goes to bed. Getting warmed up with you guys. That's what the internet's for. That's what I told you. You gotta stay off.
That was our real life.
Yeah, you gotta stay off camera. Yep. It's just like real life. Everything sucks. No, it's great, but I do appreciate the recommendation figure drawing. I feel we're fairly similar in things. Like, we try to give shit a fair shot. I'm just like I don't have enough time in the day. That's why I'm like, I will get around to it eventually. But like, I put on the new Hellraiser today just to like check that out, and the first like 40 minutes I feel like I was just completely zoned out. Like, it felt like nothing was going on, and Beth came home. I was like, I'm gonna have to restart this and watch it with her and like actually pay attention, because it did not hold my interest one bit. And that's one I've actually been looking forward to. So it's kind of the exact opposite, where I was like anticipating this one and not trying to hate on it. And I don't know, I might have just been like too much going on in the middle of the day today or whatever, but it was not hooking me at all. I'm gonna try it again probably tomorrow night with Beth, but man, it was weird. I was like 40 minutes in, I should be like at least a little bit grossed out at this point, and there was only like one real like big transition where I was like, oh, that's cool. And there's some low budget like trickery and stuff that I think looks really good, but there's nothing in the like first hour that I watched that I can think of that was like, whoa, like you guys need to check this out immediately. And traditionally in a horror movie, you have some sort of at least visual hook early on. One more thing about Werewolf at Night, I find your sensibilities to be fucking awesome, which is why I'm curious about what you'd think about it. Yeah, because I like a lot of, like, I'll probably end up digging it more than a lot of people, because I like at least can appreciate a lot of those references and stuff. So I'm curious about that. I really want to see was it Man Thing? Because I heard he cameos in it, and I think a couple other characters. Even if I heard that Hellraiser was bad from friends, I'd watch it anyways because I respect the director, and I hope it's not bad. Yeah, I like Bruckner's stuff. his newer stuff didn't hit as hard with me. I actually I'm kind of getting burnt out on that horror as an allegory for trauma kind of thing. If it never pays off on anything visual and it's all just spooky vibes, eventually I feel like that still needs to pay off visually or I'm not feeling it, or at least not really gonna go back and watch it. I'll recommend it to people, but that's why I was Ritual nails that trauma allegory and pays off with just a fucking awesome third act, and I love shit like that. So I'm really hoping that's kind of the case with Hellraiser, and it's all this slow burn early on is going to amount to something. It just man, they should have put something bigger early on to have you oh shit, because even when I finally saw the Cenobites, I was oh, these are cool, but it's this took for fucking ever to get here, man. But like I said, I haven't finished it yet. I got to go back to it, give it a fair shake, and actually watch it the whole way through. Whether I do that with Beth or not. You going upstairs? Okay, I'm not kicking you out. It's just normally, as soon as I start drawing, you're like, all right, I'm tired. Good night. Just making sure. We'll put the card out of the way here. I think we're gonna do the first giveaway night on the 14th. Maybe we'll move it up. We haven't had people drawing along, so we might just give away some stuff to the chat. But I got should have a couple of guests coming on the 14th. Not drawing, I don't think. We're gonna discuss some film a bit, give away some stuff, and I'll be drawing during it. Maybe we'll get some other artists on as well, but I don't know for sure. I do know we have a couple of guests lined up. As long as it doesn't fall through, it'll be a good time. It'll be something different. One of them is a completely new guest we've never had on the show, and a guy I really admire. I really like his film critique work, and been trying to get in a little collaboration with him for a while. So it'd be cool if we can pull that off. We got some cool stuff to give away. I think some of it actually comes in tomorrow, which I announced. We got Blu-rays and stuff like that. But one of the really cool things is I believe it's a live soundtrack too, but I got the Suspiria soundtrack on vinyl. A copy of that to give away, which is gonna be real cool. Some motherfucking goblin. Gotta pull up this picture of this weird Phil Spector looking bastard. Death Walks at Midnight. I posted it on Twitter. You can see it here on my phone. This weird bastard. That is the killer in Death Walks at Midnight. Is the reason when we put the movie on last weekend when Mike was here. We got to the first kill where he is beating a prostitute to death with his medieval spiked gauntlet, and we were laughing so hard I had to change the movie, and we put on Brian De Palma's Body Double instead. Still a crazy ass movie, but not just so visually hilarious when you've been drinking that you can't take the movie seriously at all. But I'm gonna draw that weirdo tonight. Just trying to make it a quick one. I've been saying that every night, but I got so much other work to do. I normally try to bang these out as quick as possible. But we'll see. We're gonna do this weird old man. His jowl chin. Big cartoonish nose. Alright. It's fucking ridiculous glasses. This was so hilarious. Like, it was so hard to even get words out. I was like, alright, this is getting shut off. Can't do it. These big ass like Beyonce glasses. And I haven't finished this movie yet. Like, I have to go back and watch the rest of it on my own. So I don't really know why this guy's beating hookers to death. Other than maybe he's like a jealous old gay man or something. I don't really know. It's always something insane like that, so. Curious to find out about this one. The reason we picked it in the first place, too, was the screenshot was like an albino getting beaten to death. It was insane. We were like, yeah, there's so much mystery in one frame of this film. We got to put it on, and it was just too much to handle. Couldn't do it. This guy straight up, like, if you were like, draw me a serial killer. He's got a face like what's his name from? Oh my god. Is it Murderface from Frisky Dingo? Is that his name? I haven't seen the show in fucking years. I think that's his name. He's got a jaw like that guy. His creepy ass lips. Ugh. Every one of these guys had this fucking 70s swoop. Like how my hair naturally curls. Death walks with Phil Spector. Oh my god, I think I have metallic silver paint too. It's the funniest thing too, the gauntlet in it. So this one I think is another one of the ones that's on Tubi for free, with just ads. I think it's 4 spikes on the gauntlet. So the gauntlet really is like a shitty round ball like that. It's hilarious. It looks cheap as all fuck. He's just like, he beats a lady to death for like way too long. Like, you're like, all right, when are we gonna cut? When are we gonna cut, director? Like, this is getting ridiculous. And it just doesn't happen for whatever reason. You just watch this Phil Spector dude beat a lady to death for like way too long. It should not be as funny as it is. Trying to make him look like as goofy as possible because he really does. A bulbous nose. And it's literally forehead and hair. It looks like the bottom half of his hair is permed and nothing else. It's like, perm half my shit. And I think he's wearing a turtleneck with like a denim jacket. It's fucking, god, it's insane, dude. The more I articulated this film, I'm like making myself look like a crazy person because we saw pictures of this and we were like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one to watch. Welcome back, Charles. It's all good. It was a slow start. I was hanging out with my girlfriend. laughing it up. I think she is off to bed now. Get his cheeks a little rounded out more. I thought his hair puffed out a little bit more, but it really doesn't. It's kind of like a weird, narrow helmet on his head. I'm realizing too, the more lately I've been like talking with you guys out loud while I work through stuff actually kind of helps me with the process, which is pretty cool. Very rewarding for me. Get that collar in there. This denim jacket, gay old man. That's what we're going with. He's a gay old man and he's jealous of all the peen these women are getting, I think. In his old age. Gotta get the jowls coming out. Here we go. And that wrinkled ass of forehead. I think we're good. It's like I gotta go back and check out the Suspiria remake too with Tilda Swinton. I remember liking that one a lot. And I have not watched it like since it came out. I didn't end up putting it on the list for this year. Although it was originally my intention, it was going to be one of the ones at the end of the month, and then I had decided I wanted to do the like create your own Giallo thing. Thought that would be more fun. I'm sure those are wonky as shit because I'm not doing it. I'm not busting out a ruler for it, but we'll allow it. Thicken them up a little bit. This guy's fucking chin is insane. Bro, your chin crazy. It's like if Phil Spector wore Michael Jackson's face after he died. Like if that were a normal thing. It's got the longest, was that philtrum? Is that what that's called? creepy old bastard. Got to bed? Okay. Yeah, it's on my rewatch list too. I did like it. Yeah, I remember liking it a lot, and I think it was me and Jeff that were talking about it more recently. What made me initially think about putting it on the list along with the original, but I just sort of ran out of space. There's always next year. It's like not busting out a ruler for these because I like the idea of it looking just as shitty as it does in the movie. And if you look this movie up on Google Images, you'll also see that, like, bleeding albino that we saw completely out of context like we did. You'll be like, what the fuck is this movie? I need to see it. Yeah. Keeping them real simple tonight. Where's my brush guy? I'll check chat again in a second here, guys. Sorry. Yes, filter them. Okay, cool. I was perfect. Nailed it. Okay. How do I go about? Let's see. Okay, where are we? Just trying to get this Pasca going, guys. Running errands, but checking in, looking good. What is up, Ryan? Working pretty fast. It looks great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to work on a lot of things. Get my head straight and get my shit back in order so I can do a book on my own and hang with the big boys. Still got a long way. Oh, beautiful. It just busted out. Perfect. Creepy ass old man. What was that going to do to you? Let that chill for a minute. Go. Oh, you know what I should do first? Clean him up ever so slightly. Sorry guys, I know it's real unexciting stuff. Let me get the chat for you again real quick. I believe the skills are already there. They're there. We're just dusting off the cobwebs, trying to find my style again after all these years. Again, having fun most importantly. What do we got? What do we got? This will be a good color for that. Ooh, gotta wait on that. Cover that up real quick. Getting too impatient. We'll go over that in a little while. A little bit of a tint there. Now I can grab my paints. What do we got here? Pretty sure I have a metallic silver that will look goofy as shit, and I love that. Is this paintbrush all fucked up? Let's see. Let's see, boys. Trying to get all the paint off that. That should be good. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. Let's see how this silver works, fellas. Oh, whoa, that fucking poured out. Move that up there so I don't make a giant mess. This stuff actually works fucking great. It's insane. Definitely poured out way too much of it with how opaque it is. That shit kind of just rocketed out. Cool. Ooh. Let me dry brush some silver into here. To make his eyes sparkle. Okay. Okay. Alright, alright. Get some light brown in here for the hair. Huh. Let me see. Hopefully this doesn't completely ruin it, but can I reactivate a little bit of both of these? A littlest more water. What up, Colin? Just finished chatting with a mortgage broker. This cunt is looking to buy property. Hell yeah, man. Literally the most like minuscule amounts of water ever. And I said tonight was going to be a quick one, but I keep having way too much goddamn fun. What is up, dudes? Did you fix the white one? Yeah, the Pasco has been real fucked lately, but I popped a new one now, so it seems to be good. I'm gonna have to go over that when that dries in a minute. Just adding a bit of orange to his hair here. You can see my little hobo palette we've been using all week. But literally, I can get a little drop of water on the tip of this and reactivate all of that paint. Exactly what I need. Waste next to nothing. And not ruin my black line work. And while we're thinking of it, I was like, did I just lose that? That's been drying for a bit, so we can go over it again. And then I need something like, let me see if this little trick will work. Because I think these are, I don't know if these are watercolor. Let's see if this will transfer. Littlest bit. Definitely not watercolor pencils here. Let me see. That's a good gross color. Perfect. Immediately. Ooh. Dot of that boy right on there. Just spread that down so when it dries tomorrow, we got it. Checking chat real quick, guys, while I get more water here. And now I should be able to. There we go. Let's make sure it's not too much moisture in paint. And that is why I love gouache. Being able to move that paint around is fucking so invaluable. priceless. I don't know how to describe it. It's fucking good. Cool. There we go. And one last touch. Should be able to achieve it with this like ultramarine blue here with the littlest bit. That's too much water. Moving around and dry brushing it. Go. Said it's too much water, and then I go back for more water. Just gotta remember to wipe it off on my hand. It's Phil Spector night. Cool. And will this work? It's like, how opaque can I get this? Not bad. Card isn't warping like crazy, so that's real good. Going to need the littlest bit more water here. Okay, wasn't sure if I even got any for a second there. This just makes me want to do like a whole book in a shitty gouache style like this. So it looks so fucking weird. I think we're good, boys. Kind of has a skin complexion like Lion-O from Thundercats. Just fucking hilarious. Put the littlest bit of red and yellow down in there again. Add some water to it. All right. Another night down, boys. Death walks at midnight. I might add some little white highlights to him and everything, but he's gonna need to dry now more than ever. Thank you so much for watching. We will be doing our first giveaway real soon, and like I said, since we don't have very many people drawing along, we'll do some chat giveaway stuff as well. So if you're showing up in here at night, you're hanging out, we'll figure out some sort of method to do it, and we'll do. I can guarantee we'll be doing at least a giveaway on the 14th. As of right now, that is the first one, but there will be a couple of them throughout the month, and we'll be giving away some cards and stuff too. The Blu-rays and things. If you win the movie, there we go. Look how effective that is. Just adding 2 little eye slits. Immediately creepier. Yeah, if you end up winning a movie on Blu-ray, you will also get the corresponding card with it. So that's how we're doing it. For those, so there will be. They might not be announced the night we drew the film, but if you win one of the Blu-rays, you'll also get a card with it. And I think with the soundtrack, we'll also give away the Suspiria card. So you'll get the Blood Red Susie that I did on Suspiria night, which I can show in a second here, and you'll get the Suspiria soundtrack as well on vinyl, which I know not everybody's got a record player, but it's a cool little piece for your collection and a reason to go get a record player if you don't have one. I happen to have one, and it's my my favorite format for listening to music because I'm a big physical format nerd. But that is a story for another day, boys. Here we go. One last touch. I realize it's not that there wasn't enough yellow down here, there wasn't enough orange. Maybe I'll add a little brown too, but he's gross now and I like him. Oh, I was going to add Posca highlights to him eventually. That's what I was going to do. But again, that will have to dry. I'm going to stop overworking it. Call it a night on these guys. Always cool hanging out when I get the chance. I appreciate it, man. Love having you guys here. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. As always, there is pretty much the finished up New York Ripper. I'll add either a red or yellow background to him. I'm thinking red just because it will pop better with the mask and everything. We got Death Walks at Midnight card from tonight with that sweet little silver gauntlet, and it's hard to see on stream here, but it is a metallic paint I used, and he is absolutely disgusting. I love it. Stoked with how he came out. So we got those two all wrapped up. And then, like I was saying before, here's that Sideways Susie from Suspiria Night the other night. And if you are lucky enough to win the vinyl, you'll get that card with it as well. I'll still be signing them and dating them all and everything, but lots of them to go out. And we're now up to day 7. Guys, we're done with our first week of Gialloween. It's crazy. The holiday is coming soon. But as always, it's been a fucking blast, guys. Thank you so much. This one is going to take a bit longer to go up on Twitter just because it's going to need a bit of time to dry. But again, thank you, dudes, for hanging out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Take it easy, boys. Happy Gialloween.